Hey guys, this is Comic Uno and Comic Frontline, and today I'm doing a review for Doomed Issue 1. So let's talk about this issue. This is a new comic from DC Comics. We got Scott Lobdell writing the book, which I'm not a huge fan of his writing, but, you know, I wanted to try this out. I'm kind of a sucker for origin stories and teenage/college stories, so I'm like, alright, let me give this a try. Even though I'm not a big fan of Doomsday, which technically I don't even think this guy's Doomsday. He's just like a new version of a villain. And we see he's transforming into something that we don't know, and hopefully we'll learn more about. But very cool cover. Let's see what's going on with the story. But before I start talking about that, just want to say the artwork is pretty good. Like the artwork all the way through, so no complaints there. Actually made the issue really enjoyable. So enjoyed the art. But let's see what's going on with the story. So with this issue, we get to see this kid who has a dream to work at Star Labs, and then he gets an internship at Star Labs and works the graveyard shift. So he's actually pretty happy, but the person that works with him is upset about it because she's like, oh, we're working at the graveyard shift, no one cares about us. And then he ends up cleaning some air room, and there's this green stuff on it, and he takes his helmet off by accident, and it seems like that's the reason he turns into this Doom type person. We'll see how Star Labs reacts to that. But he gets a kind of a girlfriend for a moment, and then girlfriend's scared off because he becomes doomed. But in the beginning of the issue, we actually see that he's been doomed for a little while. So he's just discovering his powers, and then we get a flashback, which I didn't really love that we had to go back and forth. I don't know if it really fit with this issue, but, you know, I guess they wanted to show a bit more of Doom than they had in this issue. So they just had a couple of pages in the beginning where they could show the creature of Doom and what it means. But we do go back to how he became doomed, and I'm sure that's what this series is going to explore. What did I think about the issue overall? You know, it wasn't a bad issue. I enjoyed, again, the artwork. The main character was pretty cool. Like, I liked his, you know, his enthusiasm to work at Star Labs. But I will say there was nothing special about this issue at the same time. There wasn't anything that grabbed me to say, hey, I need to get the next issue. So overall, I would give this book a 3.5. It's, again, not a bad issue at all. It did keep my attention for the most part. The character was somewhat interesting, but at the same time, I wanted something different. I felt like this was kind of a generic origin story. I wanted to see, maybe learn a little bit more about this doomed character, or the creature of Doom. Make me have a hook here. And there wasn't really a hook for this book. So I will debate if I'm going to get the second issue. Again, it wasn't a bad issue. It just didn't have the hook that I wanted. And there's just so many books out there that I don't know if this one's going to make my pull list. But I am glad I gave it a try, and I think it was a lot better than I expected this book to be. And I think expected a lot of people, you know, thought this would be very much like Smallville, because, you know, the human who became Doomsday. So I thought that's the direction they would go with this, but I'm glad they didn't, and I'm hoping this character can, you know, become more original and, you know, more interesting as the series goes on. But, you know, not a bad first issue, but again, I think it needed a bit more of a hook. So Doomed Issue 1 gets 3.5 stars from me, and I say pick it up. Give it a try and see if it's your type of book, but I will see if I will get the next issue. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also in the description below, there's links from my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later.